When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
Last week, we watched Goat Story.
This week, we watched VeggieTales, the League of Incredible Vegetables.
The connection is that they are both animated family movies.
Oh no, this isn't a movie.
But it's like 40 minutes. I mean, that's basically a movie. I mean, it came up if you Google movies. Hello, kids. It's time for another family-friendly, fun Christian adventure on Oldie but a Goodie, our conservative Christian podcast where we talk about the Bible, various VeggieTales, and of course, Christian-related media. Usually movies. In this case, more like just an extended episode of the VeggieTales. But, you know, some might consider that a movie. What is the definition of a movie? I am, of course, joined by my brother in Christ, Sandro. How are you doing?
I'm good, my brother, and I'm here to talk to the brethren of the podcast, because only men listen to this show, so it's only the... It's only
shout out to my mum and Sandra's partner for being Sandra's mum as well, probably, for being the three women that listen to this show.
Yes. We definitely don't have a 60-40 split at all. It's only it's only like 3 people. Yeah, wow. That's pretty good. We're pretty inclusive.
Shout out to the girls, you know.
Don't say that. And I will say, I feel like this is a movie because, one, it's on Letterboxd, so it has to be a movie. 2, all of the VeggieTales, I guess, episodes of this main series were all released separately on DVD, one or two episodes a year. Therefore, they are essentially, because they've been released on a DVD by themselves, they are technically movies.
And I used to, my mother used to own a lot of these DVDs, so I would consider them movies myself, by definition, although they are considerably shorter than a lot of feature-length films.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're not movies, you know?
And, let's talk about... So you chose the League of Incredible Vegetables as the one.
I'd like to point out that you chose the League of Incredible Vegetables. I put a plethora of options.
You did.
To choose from in the VeggieTale catalog. And honestly, I think I was not expecting you to pick the League because it was a superhero-related one.
This seemed like the worst of the bunch that you kind of had collected.
I don't know. I was a bit wary of the Macbeth one because it looks bit too modern. You know, modern VeggieTales. I prefer a bit of the older VeggieTales, but this one, I definitely would have preferred the Lord of the Rings parody, but you instantly cut that one out because he's like, he's trying to do the Lord of the Rings thing, and I was like, well, what's wrong with that one, Sandro?
Well, the Indiana Jones one that you put in is actually the one that if I knew what they were, I would have picked because one, it's got my favorite VeggieTales song in it, and I haven't watched that much of them. I just know one song, and it's from that one. And also, I remember my cousin had that on DVD, and I always was like, I want to watch that. And then I would read the back of it, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah. But, I think the Pirates That Don't Do Anything is a full-length feature film.
That's the second of two, yeah.
It was like an hour and 20 minutes, and I think my picks would have been that one or the Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, yeah, my picks would have been either of the two actual movies, but that's fine.
But I also wanted to make sure that there was a diverse cast of options for you to choose from, you know?
Yes. Okay, so on the show, the movies are related to last week's movie. I like how your connection between Goat Story and VeggieTales is animated family movies, because Goat Story, if you showed a kid Goat Story and then showed a kid VeggieTales, they would be let's say a little bit frigged up.
Yeah. Whoa. Using the big words on today's podcast.
That's right, cunt. I mean, fuck, shit.
Oh, no. And there goes the audience of Roblox players that we had. Damn.
All right, let's talk about our history before we delve into the deep lore of the League of Incredible Vegetables. Zach, I think you have a more storied history with VeggieTales than I do.
Well, the story was I grew up in a Christian household and we had Christian memorabilia, which was mostly VeggieTales.
Did you have a lot of them?
We had so many. There was many VeggieTales. Did you see the catalog? There's so much VeggieTales.
This is the 40th one. I mean, they ran, like, these DVDs came out nonstop from, like, the mid-90s to fucking, like, 6 years ago, I think it ended. So
yeah. So imagine that, and imagine growing up, my mum would just keep buying them.
Right. Wow.
And so we ended up with like 40 of them, I'm sure.
This is the 40th one, so...
Yeah. That being said, I hadn't seen this one before. I've seen a lot of VeggieTales, though.
Yeah. So this one came out in 2012, where, you know, I dabbled a bit, and I'll get into it after you talk more about your history, but we were both completely not on the radar of this show in 2012, I think. We'd grown up way out of it, so...
But yeah, no, we had a lot of DVDs, and I'm not gonna lie, I very much enjoyed watching these as a child growing up. I think, even if you are religiously opposed to such memorabilia, they're still alright, just kids shows, you know?
Yeah.
For the most part, you know what I mean?
For the most part, for sure.
I think a lot of the songs,
oh yeah,
a lot of the visuals. I would say visuals better than fucking Goat Story. That's for fucking sure.
That's not. It's not hard.
It's not a high bar. And it's definitely funny looking at the really old VeggieTales compared to the newer ones and seeing the animation has drastically improved.
Oh man, I don't know. Have you seen the Netflix VeggieTales animation style? It looks like they redesigned it. It looks fucking terrible.
That was what I was going to mention, though the most modern stuff I think looks bad. It looks the same to me as the modern Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes.
Modern Bob the Builder.
Oh, yes.
Modern Bananas and Pajamas.
Yep. I agree with all of this.
I don't like it. It's different. No. It's new. And I don't like it.
I agree with you, to be honest. Yeah.
Specifically, Bananas, Bob the Builder, and Thomas the Tank and went from, physical models and live action and animation and stuff like that to just purely animated for the sake of money.
Yep.
And that sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful.
But anyway, back to VeggieTales, the most important thing.
Yeah.
I liked VeggieTales.
Do you have any favorites? Do you have any favorite songs?
Well, because of my the love of Treasure Island, I'm a big fan of The Pirates That Don't Do Anything. That's probably one of my favorite songs from them. Literally, after watching the VeggieTales thing, I looked up the heavy metal version of The Pirates That Don't Do Anything.
Yeah.
Which is an absolute banger. We are the pirates that don't do anything. We just stay home and lie around. And if you ask us to do anything, we'll just tell you.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't do anything.
Oh, right. That's what they say. Right, gotcha.
Yep, that's it. That's the song. So that's probably... I think that's probably my favorite song because it's the one I remember the most. I remember... actually, I'm not sure which is better, but I really loved the 3 viziers of... it's like King Henry, I think it is. There's the biblical story about the boy who has like the rainbow coat.
Oh, yeah.
And he like can dream things of the future. So he goes to the king and he gives him a ton of advice, which is really useful to the king. So the king loves him. So the king like gets rid of all his other, like wants to get rid of all his other advisors. So his other advisors plot to murder a kid. And so there's a VeggieTales song about the 3 viziers of plotting what to do with this child.
That sounds fun.
And they dance around murdering a kid.
Okay, look, I could get behind this.
It's a banger. We'll need to look it up after because that would be... I'll say that one's my favorite. Second is The Pirates That Don't Do Anything, which is definitely the more popular one.
Yeah. For sure.
So there you go. And then, it's been a while since I've seen most of it. Probably the... episode I can remember the most that I probably saw the most was the Jonah one.
That's the first movie. Yes. That's
which was the very, very first movie, and I probably watched that like 20 times as a kid.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because that one's burned into my brain, but the other one's not so much.
All right, sweet. All right, that's your history. That's pretty good. I think I was always aware of it. I just never really watched it. I watched The Pirates Who Don't Do... That's the only one I remember watching all the way through. And it honestly might have been at your house. I don't 100% know.
I do not doubt that you have consumed VeggieTales memorabilia at my house before.
Because I am, like, looking through all of the straight-to-DVD ones. And, yeah, I recognize, like, the Lord of the Rings one. I recognize the Indiana Jones one, which I think is called... Mississippi Cuke or something like that. I don't know. There's 2 of them. I remember them. I remember seeing them around. I don't think I ever watched them because from memory, every time I would be like, wow, that's a great cover to an animated show. I want to watch it. And then it would be put on. I would lose interest in 5 minutes and walk away. Even as a kid, I was like, no. I just kind of walk away. Probably because I was just such a big film critic back then. I don't know.
That's true. That is a fact that Sandro, bigger film critic when he was younger than he is now, I would say.
It's true, yeah.
You're a film critique when you were younger. Now you're a cinema dude.
That's right. I am #1 cinema dude, man. But yeah, I've seen the Pirates one. I remember actually enjoying that. From memory, that one's not religious at all. So I think that I liked that one a lot.
Yeah. I think there's religious things in all of them, but I think as a kid you find it less jarring than an adult.
That's probably true as well.
And you're less critical of such things and you're just like, "Oh yeah. This episode about, superheroes fighting crime. Yeah, of course they're going to talk about Jesus. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Why not? I find Bob the Tomato and Larry the Cucumber, they're very iconic. As an adult, I look at this show. Well, I used to look at this show. Maybe it's changed now. And I was like, that's some Christian propaganda right there for the kids, get him in young. But I'm also like, there's some good songs here and there. My favorite VeggieTales song that I don't remember, it might have been my partner who introduced me to it, actually. It's from the Indiana Jones one.
Yep.
Pizza Angel is a fucking banger.
Oh,
it's a fucking banger,
Angel.
Mate.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Pizza Angel, please come to me.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
He just wants to order his pizza.
I will say, there's a lot of great Larry's silly songs.
Yes, they are definitely a highlight. Maybe that's what I watched, was like a compilation of silly songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I believe VeggieTales have specifically released like albums of just the silly songs and have compilations of them because they were so popular.
That's probably their best stuff, to be honest. So why not keep doing it? But yeah, that's
Oh, and their best joke. Do you know their best joke?
What's their best joke?
It's in the future, humor will be randomly generated.
Yep.
Have you seen that?
I don't know if I've seen that, actually.
Oh, I have to show you that after. It essentially, the joke was, and they made this joke in like 2005, that in the future, all humor will be randomly generated.
Okay.
And slowly over time, that has become less and less of a joke and more reality.
That's pretty fun. Well, how about that?
And there's like comments from this year being like, VeggieTales predicted the future of humor.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's so funny.
I'll have to educate you after the show.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon. But yeah, yeah. So, okay, let's now talk about watching this then.
Yep.
The League of Incredible Vegetables came out 2012 to compete with the Avengers. Compete? I don't know. Because everyone was talking about
is obviously the correct... No. Compete is the correct word, Sandro.
We'll do non-spoilers and then spoilers, but I mean, it's whatever. So at this point in VeggieTales history, because I dived into it, because I remembered there was a point in VeggieTales where they stopped doing Christian shit. And I think it was that they had a TV show that ran like in the 2000s. So it was over by the time this came out. And in that TV show, they erased all mention of God.
Oh, really?
Because people were like no one was watching it. So they erased it and just made it more of like a generic, less... Like it was the same. They just took out any of the Christian shit that is sprinkled throughout all of these short movies. So, but this is after that. So I think the directors to video stuff was still doing the religious stuff.
Yes.
The TV show version wasn't.
You know, I mean, like, what's the point then, right? Like, wasn't the... That it's just a regular show. I mean, it's
the
a
music's
good show,
pretty
it's
good.
fine,
So,
it's great. Look,
right.
oh yeah, the music's good. I'm just saying, you know, that was kind of its like standoutness, you know.
Yeah.
I will say, when looking up VeggieTales, I found one controversy.
Oh, okay.
Which was about them, or at least I think the main guy who created VeggieTales, who I believe voices Larry.
Mike something. Yeah, he's like the main writer, I think. Yeah.
Yes, it's like he's very right-wing conservative.
What?
Yes, and has
American Christian man.
Yes, and has gotten into trouble for some anti-gay sentiments.
Oh, great. Oh no.
But here's the thing. VeggieTales has also come under fire from right-wing conservatives later on because VeggieTales itself, the show, has become more progressive and accepting of LGBT. So it's gotten fire on both ends. On one end, it's too anti-LGBT, and the other end, it's too accepting of LGBT.
That's so funny. Well, because that's probably because at some point, I think shortly after this movie, at some point they sold the rights to VeggieTales to... Maybe it was DreamWorks? I don't know. And then they did stuff with Netflix. But for that, the creators of VeggieTales were still the voices, but they were not creatively involved at all. They were basically, like, not kicked out, but they were like, we're going to write this. You guys can stay over there in the recording booths. We're going to make this non-religious. We're going to be progressive. Also, you need to stop making those direct-to-video movies. So they had to stop making those.
Which is crazy to me, but anyway.
But they redesigned everything, and that's why those shows weren't popular. Because everyone hated the redesign. So I think now the rights are back with the two guys, and they're doing their own self-funded stuff.
Interesting.
And I think the show's gotten more right-wing since then. Like, heavily so. But they're also making another movie. They're making a Larry Boy movie, so who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Well, it's perfect that you watch the Sandro, so you're caught up on the Larry Boy lore.
I'm not going to watch it anymore of this.
That's what Sandro thinks. But now we've really opened the can of worms that is VeggieTales. Who knows what other VeggieTale movies might pop up in the future?
I certainly hope maybe one more, maybe. I don't know. Depends how good the ratings are on this one.
Let it be known. Make sure that's written down on the ledger that he said he would watch at least one more minimum.
Okay. Well, now let's finally do it. First impressions on Incredible League of Vegetables. Do you want to go, or should I? What do you?
I gave my lore of the VeggieTales. I didn't say what I thought of this.
Yeah.
You know what, Sandra? I'd like you to go first.
Oh,
this
okay. All right.
This is just like the other week where I chose Treasure Island.
Yeah.
The Russian version. This is the same sort of thing of me just inflicting nostalgia, my nostalgia onto you to see if it bounces, to see if it sticks.
Okay.
So once again, I'm in the situation where I want you to tell me what you thought,
Okay, first impressions are, I'll start with positives. The songs are all really good aside from one heavily religious one that I hated. There's a few good jokes sprinkled throughout. That might be about it. I thought this was honestly quite bad. Actually, not gonna lie, this was a rough one. It was short. That was good. The animation was okay.
Yeah.
All things considered, but the plot sucks, and the lesson that it's trying to teach kids here, I'm like, doesn't work, and there's just a bunch of stuff that I have issues with. But
that's
also
sad.
I don't remember Larry being this annoying, but he was very annoying. Just as a character, I find him really annoying.
I can tell you, Larry is the SpongeBob of VeggieTales. So as a kid, you find Larry very funny. As an adult, you find Larry very annoying.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
And it's a classic Squidward and SpongeBob relationship where, as you grow up, you relate more to Bob.
Yeah.
Although it's funny, in this one specifically, Bob is he's more energetic.
Yes.
Than he normally is, very specifically. So he acts less Bob-like, which is funny because this is like the only thing you've seen of VeggieTales for years, so you wouldn't have any...
For a very long time.
So the context of that is a bit lost on you specifically.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate. I do think, coming into this as someone who has seen VeggieTales, but hasn't seen it in a long time, I do think this was a little on the weaker side for VeggieTales.
Yeah, right.
That being said, it is a kid's, show thing, so you can forgive it, and I feel like the plot is kind of dumb and doesn't make sense and whatever, but, it's a fun kids show. I liked... The point of this one is more like introducing all these other superheroes to their lore.
Yes.
Which the problem is, this is like your middle movie. This is like your Age of Ultron.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I guess.
To your like end game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is just like the one in the middle. So it's like it's okay, but it's not great. That's what it felt like for me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was less of an Avengers, more of an Age of Ultron.
It's also like, it's just not very exciting either. I think if I saw this as a kid, I would have been like, I don't care. I'm going to go watch Star Wars or something with stakes. You know what I mean? The songs were good though. Well, aside from that one song. The songs were good aside from that one
agree.
song.
I quite enjoyed the songs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not be biased, but I was like, hey, these songs are fun.
Yeah.
I like the end credits one.
Oh, that main song. Yeah, as soon as, because that plays for a bit at the start, and I was like, ooh, all right.
Yeah.
So,
that's the one thing, Christian music bands, hardcore slap a lot of the time,
Well, yeah, because they just rip off other bands and then add their own lyrics to it.
Not necessarily all the time.
At first, I was like, is this Australian band Pendulum? Because the guy who sings sounds exactly like that singer. And then it's some other band. But
Yeah. To be fair, and I've learnt this, my dad used to play in, at like church or whatever, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And he's met a few famous like drummers and guitarists from that because he learnt that a lot of them like to, like when you're early in your music career, the easiest stage possible is a church band.
That's pretty fair, actually.
Because you get pretty much zero judgment.
That's true.
For your performance, and it's a pretty easy stage, and people are very willing to let other people perform. So it's a good place.
I don't know. I think my music wouldn't do too well up there. Just thinking about the explicit nature of some of those. I mean, maybe I could clean them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn cheeky love into cheeky Christly love. Is what I call that song.
Yeah. Christianly brotherly love.
Brotherly, yeah.
Yeah. You could do it. I could feel it. It could happen.
Turn Kegel and Greg into
Jesus in bed. Actually, that doesn't sound as good either.
Oh, no, it's worse now. But yeah, all right, that's good. I just think the lesson in this one is
Yeah, okay, I'll give you this. I think the lesson and the thing doesn't really gel with the scenario that they're in particularly well.
I think it's borderline dangerous to tell kids that this is what they should be doing in situations.
That is a fair point.
Like, we'll get to that in spoilers.
But I also think, like, you have to kind of take it less of a, like, literal...
Yeah.
They're specifically not telling you to turn your brain off. They're telling you to, like, you don't... Like, the message that they're trying to send across isn't bad. It's the message they actually send across that might be a little bit more obscured.
I mean, it depends on where you stand. Personally, I think both are not great, but, like,
obviously,
for sure.
Yeah. But if you look at it at face value, I mean,
yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's interesting because I'm like, I genuinely can't tell. Yes, VeggieTales does push its agenda pretty hard.
Yep.
But this one, from memory, it never pushed it as hard as the lesson in this movie. But that might just be because I don't remember it very well.
No, well, that's the thing. I think this one particularly, it was very, it felt more like a second thought.
Yeah.
Rather than the main focus. Whereas you look at some of the other ones, especially stories that are specifically about, like stories from the Bible.
Yeah, for sure.
They're definitely much more religious focused, whereas this one is like, we're doing a superhero episode, haha. Also, remember, Jesus exists. That's kind of the vibe.
That's kind of the vibe. That's very true, yeah. Which is interesting, because I feel like, what's the Prince of Egypt, that's the one.
Oh, the Prince of
Egypt. There's, Joseph King of Dreams, which is the sequel as well. Like, I used to watch those when I was a kid, and
those are quite good.
And those don't, they're based on Bible stories, but they don't.
Yeah,
you don't feel like they're trying to, I guess, convert the kids, for want of a better term. Like, those movies don't feel like they're pushing it that heavily. Whereas with VeggieTales, I was always like, as a kid, I was like, nah, turned it off. So I think it really depends on what...
The Prince of Egypt is a really interesting thing because it is a Bible story and but it isn't trying to push the message of it. It's just trying to sell the story.
Before we rate it, I know that our editor, Mr. Starkey, also watched VeggieTales back in the day.
I knew he was based.
Mr. Starkey, have you seen this? What's your thoughts? Give us thoughts, and I want at least 10 seconds, please.
Now, I have watched VeggieTales in the past, but the only one I think I watched was the Christmas special, and I don't remember a whole lot from it. I do remember enjoying it, though, so, there's that.
There you go. See, told you, based
wow.
AF.
That was good, and a little longer than 10 seconds though. So I'm gonna mark that down.
We have to deduct points. He said 10 seconds. He wanted it exactly.
All right. What are you going to give this? Oldie or a goodie for this particular story?
Yeah. I think this particular one was not the strongest showing of VeggieTales. And I'm trying to play a little bit of devil's advocate, which is funny in the context.
That's true.
But like, I did like a lot of VeggieTales growing up. I did like the songs a lot in this. I still think this one's probably just it was all right. It was okay. It's very middle of the road for me. You know what I mean? I would rather have watched probably one of any of the other VeggieTales. So I'm going to rate this an oldie and a goodie in the context of VeggieTales memorabilia specifically.
Yep.
Because I would suggest VeggieTales for my friends, right, in general. But I wouldn't suggest this specific version of VeggieTales.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going to give this an oldie.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give this an oldie as well. I the songs are good, and there are some jokes in there that got some laughs out of me that I have written down. We'll get to them in spoilers, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't think I can get on board this one. I don't think I can get. It doesn't make me want to watch anything else from this show, even though I know that this is probably the show at one of its lower points. And maybe the movies are better. I still don't think I want to check them out.
That's all right.
This kind of deflated me a little bit.
I think next time that I want to inflict VeggieTales on you, I'm going to do the research and watch maybe a couple of episodes.
Oh, wow.
That have high ratings and find one that I think is this is a good representation, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm going to inflict it on you again, I think I will have to cop that just as penance for trying to inflict VeggieTales on my good friend. I feel like that's fair. Importantly, it is for kids as well.
I mean,
it is for kids. We are adult podcast white men that spend our time literally reviewing and watching movies, and now we are watching this show meant to give Christian messages to young kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it seems a bit brutal.
For
in
sure.
that aspect.
It is, definitely. I also think that kid shows just shouldn't have any agenda to them. But I don't think the internet's ready for that.
Whoa. You're telling me I can't influence potentially a new generation by putting things in kid shows?
No, I think it's a bad and dangerous idea, actually.
Sandro, that's very un-American of you, because Ronald Reagan specifically allowed the production of... Was it Ronald? No, I think it was Nixon.
What?
Nixon allowed the American TV shows of Power Rangers, Transformers, some other shows.
Yeah,
exactly. And do you know what they were? They were just product placements, the TV shows.
That's true. But you know what I'll take? I'll take capitalism over institutionalized religion any day.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll give you that one.
Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.
AI is transforming customer service. It's real and it works. And with Finn, we've built the #1 AI agent for customer service. We're seeing lots of cases where it's solving up to 90% of real queries for real businesses. This includes the real-world complex stuff like issuing a refund or cancelling an order. And we also see it when Finn goes up against competitors. It's top of all the performance benchmarks, top of the G2 leaderboard, and if you're not happy, we'll refund you up to $1 million, which I think says it all. Check it out for yourself at fin.ai.
Wow, howdy there. Sally McSella here, back with another ad, and it's a big ad at that, because I'm selling you patreon.com/oldie-but-a-goodie-pod, where Sandro and Zach go up there every now and then and review even more movies. You thought they reviewed every movie they could review here on the main show? Well, no. They actually reviewed 2 Nicolas Cage movies the other week. It's a bonus battle between 8mm and Snake Eyes. He's a clip. 8mm. Oh my god. Is this sleazier than the fucking New York Ripper? It might be.
Oh,
It might be.
It might be. There's. Oh, it was just hard to watch because it was so sleazy. You know,
It was just oozing out of the fucking frame.
it was. It's very oozy.
It is.
It is. Oozing is the right word. It's pretty sleazy. We see
Yeah.
a lot of porn during this movie.
What's the next category? Oh yeah, family friendliness. This now all bonus battles.
Oh, right. I forgot this was a category.
Well, to see which movies win which categories in that bonus battle, go to patreon.com/Oldie Buddy Goodie Pod, where you can get that entire bonus battle between Snake Eyes and 8mm, as well as the rest of the Cage-orama. A bunch of episodes of the boys reviewing movies about Nicolas Cage. Well, starring Nicolas Cage. Maybe some of them are about him. Who knows? Screenwriters are weird. Also, for a limited time only, head up to patreon.com/Oldie Buddy Goodie Pod, and you can buy the entire Cage-orama series for cheap. It's on sale. Very, very cheap. You can go do that there. And also subscribe for $1, get ad-free episodes as well if you want. Yeehaw! I'm an American. Okay, spoilers, I guess. Let's go through the plot of the episode.
Yeah.
The movie. Should we call it a
Yeah.
movie? We'll call it a movie. Why not?
It's a movie. It's a movie. I'd say my line, I think half an hour is a TV show, 40 minutes you cross over into a movie. That being said, I have seen multiple TV shows where they've been 50-minute episodes.
Seen many TV shows. I mean, does that mean that every episode of Sherlock is a movie? Because that's an hour and a half.
Yes.
Wow, okay. Well, they all get oldies. That's not true. The first 2 seasons are fine.
Yeah.
Okay. The opening theme song to VeggieTales, it's a banger.
Yep. VeggieTales.
It's pretty good.
VeggieTales.
If you like to talk to tomatoes, there's a great opening line to any TV show ever.
Yep.
I do take grievance with the lyric, there's never, ever, ever been a show like VeggieTales.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that's lying, actually.
Okay. Name me another show that has Christian vegetables in it.
Sausage Party. I'm sure one of them, it's got Jewish vegetables in it, that's for sure.
Okay. Sorry. I guess I wasn't specific enough. Sorry. I meant a Christian VeggieTale show for kids.
That's fair. I don't think there's any other Christian TV shows that are made to push Christian messages to children that in the form of vegetables.
Yes.
This might be the only one. So maybe on a technicality.
And it's perhaps like in the future there have been copycats who have made, copies of VeggieTales or even like parodies and
the
stuff.
annoying orange.
But I feel like that statement is not what I thought of. Not what I thought of at all. But yeah, sure. But for now, I think that statement was reasonably true.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's one thing. I was for my picks at the end of the episode, I was trying to find movies with talking vegetables in them, and the only one that I could find was Sausage Party, and I was like, I like it, but I don't want to watch it again. So
yeah.
So
thank God. Because I was definitely in fear that you might pick something like the Sausage Party.
All right. So, did you watch the version that has like the intro and the outro with Larry and
and
Bob outside? Oh yeah, cool. Because there's a version that's free. Because I think they released everything free on YouTube from the original series, at least. And they've cut that out. So as soon as I saw that the YouTube version didn't have that in there, I was like, all right, I gotta find the real one.
That's funny because it's an important part of the show. It's weird that they have to cut those out or cut them out for some reason. Because I'm here for the Larry Bob discourse. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. For me, it goes Bert and Ernie, then Larry and Bob as my two queer hosts of a show. Couples,
yeah, absolutely. Mine would be the Muppet Show hecklers.
Oh, true. Yeah, old love them.
Yeah. That would be my number one. My number 2 would be SpongeBob and Squidward.
Based.
And then number 3 would be... Ooh, what would my number 3 be? I'll just go Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie,
that's
they're
fair.
good. Yeah, they're
that's
good.
that's a classic.
Bert and Ernie. And then Bob and Larry underneath them? Yeah, cool.
Obviously,
okay, yeah. Good. Yes. Larry in particular, I think, is one of my favorite queer icons of animated kids. I am just saying this to piss off the guy who voices him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. Oh, dear.
Ugh.
Some people.
I want to know if real kids wrote in or if they made it up. But they're like, oh my god, you guys, we got a new letter from a kid who's like, I'm scared of everything. How can I not be scared of everything? You got to teach them a lesson.
I think early on they definitely made them up. I think later on they did get some and they did make episodes into
Wow.
things like that. And this is one of the later episodes. So it could go either way for this one. If it would make sense if it was a letter because of how the like message of the show doesn't gel well with the actual episode.
That's fair, yeah.
Whereas early on, their like letter things like coincided with the episodes a bit more cohesively.
Yeah.
Although that might just be a byproduct of this this movie specifically, not episode, movie.
Thank you.
Being not as good.
You know what I want to do? I want to make an improvised stage production that is for adults.
Okay.
It's not Christian. It isn't, but it is improvised VeggieTales where we where we do like improv and then have to like put in, I don't know, some random person from the audience is like,
yeah,
I'm afraid of bananas, and then we got to come up with a.
Sandro,
parody.
I'll give you this one for free. You could call it Salad Stories.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go.
And instead of every episode being God loves you, it can be get high. That can be the lesson.
Your message for every episode is to do drugs. Not necessarily the same drug. Like, each different episode is like... But the solution is always just taking a lot of drugs.
Well, it's called Salad Stories, right? That's why my mind went to marijuana, because you have the... But, like, I think that would be top quality.
Mine goes to Jesus immediately,
Oh.
Sandra.
Well, we could do that as well, but I think that would be mocking.
Yeah. You don't want to mock.
No.
No, you don't want to be mean-spirited about it.
Not on, like, not on a stage, at least, you know? What I do behind closed doors is fine.
Yeah. Or on a podcast.
Well, that's true. Okay. I feel like this is a dangerous movie to review. We could lose a lot of people for this, but also gain some.
That's
So who
true.
knows?
But, like, I'll say I mostly liked this. I enjoyed watching this. But I am nostalgically biased towards the VeggieTales.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so they're like, all right, we got to teach a kid how to be not afraid. This is a job for Larry Boy. I really enjoyed the joke where he's like, I need a phone booth so I can get changed into my costume. And Bob's like, no one has phone booths anymore. Here, use my cell phone.
Yeah.
I laughed at that. I was like, that's a good joke.
Yeah. And it's 2012 as well. You know?
Yeah. These kids on their dang phones all the time.
Yeah. It's a good joke. I like that one as well.
Yep.
It's a classic. It's like, haha, phone booths. No one uses those anymore.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, but then we get into the actual story. What happens, Zach?
So, Alfred, he's the asparagus specifically that his canon lore is for like 2 seasons he didn't have a name.
Oh.
The specific asparagus, which is very funny. There's specifically a song, a silly song, which references the fact that he's been around for a lot of seasons and they still haven't given him a name.
Right.
Which is pretty fun.
Okay.
He calls them up because child has sent in a letter talking about fear.
Yep.
And they need Larry Boy to come help because there's a fear ray, which is a freezing ray that uses the power of fear to freeze people, which kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Because you get when you're feared, you can freeze up.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So I guess that kind of makes sense. I want to be on its side, but that it's a little bit of a stretch, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Because I thought that it would take your fear and then scare you with it. It would like scan you for your fear and then it would be, but I guess that's too scary, right?
Yes. Yes, and they do have, like, this is a kid's thing, so they're trying to be less scary. But the problem is they're trying to be less scary about an episode about fear itself, which I feel like there's a problem there, where the scary episode isn't scary.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah. So...
Yeah, fair.
So we go to Larry, just regular Larry. We cut to Larry.
Yep.
Taking the baby asparagus kid and the baby carrot or the young...
We don't see her again, so it's fine to not know the name, yeah.
Yeah, forgive me if I don't remember my VeggieTales character names.
Yeah.
They're going to a museum.
Yeah.
With the old carrot is there. I love the old character. The old carrot is a recurring character.
He's the Scottish carrot. Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
oh, wait,
Scottish
that's not
carrot.
Scottish. That's not the Scottish one. Out of all of the accents in this movie, probably the best one, I will say. There's one that's awful. We'll get to that later. But
okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what is the worst one. Yeah, and they're at a museum of, like, superhero things, I think. I'm not sure.
Just random stuff, yeah.
Yeah, random stuff. But one of the things that is encased in a special glass cabinet is the fear ray.
Oh my god, the fear ray.
And even the sight of the fear ray sends the little asparagus a quiver, and he's like, ooh, that makes me scared.
Junior Asparagus is just, he's so scared of everything. You're like, this kid is so scared of everything.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. What's the lesson gonna be? How's he gonna not be scared? We'll get to that. And then some penguins come and they steal the ray.
Yes.
Now, Zach, this show's called VeggieTales.
Yes.
And from memory, I remember, everything's a vegetable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are there penguins?
Well, the penguins are an established group of penguins that are in...
Are they?
Yeah. They're in other VeggieTale things.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's...
Okay. Yeah. This is the hard-hitting VeggieTale lore that you needed. Specifically, I think they're in the first Larry Boy, but I might be wrong about that one. Anyway, they're penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't have penguins in it. Yeah, so there's lots of other things in VeggieTales creatures that aren't vegetables that pop up occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like fish.
Oh.
Pop up a lot. Like the whale that swallows Jonah. Like
that would have been so much funnier if it was just a giant turnip
that
floated around. Like, if you're gonna call it VeggieTales, like, from my perspective, it would be a lot more fun as a writer.
Yes.
To have everything be a vegetable, even like animals.
Yeah. I think,
you know what I mean?
I think that's a thing they could have leaned into early on, but they didn't, and therefore they just didn't for the rest of the seasons. VeggieTales specifically, all the human characters are replaced with vegetables.
Oh.
None of the animals, I don't think, are ever replaced with vegetables at any point.
Right. Gotcha.
And animals specifically exist. This is important because rubber ducks exist, and that's very important.
Oh, well, that's true. That is very important. That is true, yeah. Just one quick thing, just sorry to interrupt the plot. It's a bit of a cliffhanger. Oh my god, it's been stolen. What's going to happen? One quick thing, in terms of where VeggieTales currently stands, the two guys who voice Bob and Larry, who are the creators of the show have left.
Oh.
Well, they were fired
Oh.
a couple years ago, but we didn't mention that. I think I forgot to mention that. They're out of this now, so we can make fun of them being right wing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. They're out. They're out. So I don't know. The show will be so different with new voices. I don't know what to.
Yeah. I don't have a huge opinion on that other than I think being mean to gay people is bad.
Wow.
And so does the Bible. Boom.
Oh my goodness. You destroyed them.
Yeah, take
You
that,
absolutely destroyed them.
right-wingers.
Okay, so then Larry Boy shows up and is like, I'm going to save the day. But, okay, so what the so Larry Boy, what is his power? Is his powers just the suction ears?
Yeah, so in the first Larry Boy, it's established that he uses the power of the suction ears to be more mobile. Now, I have not seen Larry Boy in many a years,
okay,
but I believe it's to have far more increased mobility than a regular vegetable.
So that's his only power?
Yes.
Oh.
I think
well, that's,
so.
Okay.
But I will do some quick research while we are speaking here to confirm.
Well, I was going to say, it makes sense that that's his only power because
Yes.
of how immediately he doesn't win this fight. But this is like the fourth Larry Boy one, I think, and I'm like, how's he made it this far? How does he have a bat cave?
Oh, yes. The super suction ears can also be used to communicate back to the Larry cave. Which is an important detail.
Oh, so Alfred does all his work for him.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, 100%, a million percent, yes, absolutely.
All right, gotcha. Also, I thought that when they were doing parodies of stuff, they made funny names. So the fact that he's just called Alfred
that one's
is not
very uncreative. I'll give you that. Yeah, that one. I don't know. I think it's specifically because that asparagus didn't have a name for a while.
Yeah.
They just gave him that name, which is funny.
All right.
But yeah, he's essentially the Batman
Yes.
of this universe, right? He doesn't actually have any innate powers. He just uses gadgets, vehicles, and other things, and mostly just his suction ears.
Does a bunch of jokes as well.
Yeah. Oh God. I remember the first Larry Boy movies. I think they traumatized me as a kid.
What do you mean?
The villains were horrifying as a kid.
Okay.
I just want to quickly mention, one of them was like a plant that was going around and spreading rumors. And everybody was like...
you've told me this one.
Yeah. That one was horrifying because it was going up through the... It was essentially like a PG-13... And I would have told you this, a PG-13 version of the plant movie that we did
Shop
earlier.
of Horrors. Yeah.
Shop of Horrors, yes.
Yeah. I think you mentioned that episode in great detail on the Shop of Horrors episode.
Yeah. Because I found that traumatizing as a kid. The other one I think is like a gluttony one with just a giant purple squat like eggplant thing.
Wow.
Which is also pretty horrifying.
That's pretty scary for kids. That's true.
Absolutely.
So Larry Boy, look, he gets his ass kicked pretty much immediately, and so Alfred's like,
Yes.
all right, that's it. I'm going to call in the League of Incredible Vegetables, which I'm like, how often does this happen? How often does he lose fights and then these guys are called in? Because from the looks of this movie, it would be very constant.
In the series, this is the first time.
Well, that makes sense.
In practicality, probably quite often.
And I will say, their song fucking slaps.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
Absolutely. I think Larry Boy doesn't get much assistance often because it depends on the stakes at hand. Like if he's just apprehending some robbers or something.
Yeah.
They can let Larry Boy fuck around for a while. But because it was the fear ray itself, then you have to get the whole squad in to make sure that Larry doesn't screw it up.
For sure. Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so who's on the league? We've got
Escape.
Escape. Now this is a my first problem is
I love his name.
the name's good.
Escape.
Escape is good.
Yes.
His power is he has a powerful cape.
No, his powers are to escape from any situation. They make that clear, Sandro.
Okay.
And then they make a pun where he's like, and I'm wearing a cape with the S on it. So it's an escape.
Escape. He's got a Mexican accent and it's fucking racist. It's pretty bad.
Is it not played by a Mexican?
No, all characters are played by the same two guys. They did a South Park.
I see.
Which, I mean, it's fine for South Park, but for a kid's show,
that's
it gets
fair.
a little bit problematic.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately a long-standing character.
Oh, is it?
Is that one? Oh, yeah. He is in almost all of VeggieTales.
Wow. So what is he meant to be?
What do you mean? I think he's he might be garlic. I think he's like a bulb of garlic.
Right. Bowl of garlic. Gotcha. Oh, he's a gourd.
A gourd.
No. Is that right? I can't tell. I can't tell who's who. Mr. Lunt is the guy's name. Yeah, he's a gourd. And
he's a gourd.
Yeah, he's played by one of the two main guys, so it's a bit a little bit yikers there.
Yeah. It's probably not great. But I don't remember it being particularly problematic, so
Yeah. There's also Vogue, she's a
I think she's asparagus.
Oh, is she also an asparagus? Oh no, she's a rhubarb, maybe.
Rhubarb. Oh,
is she a
nice.
rhubarb? Yeah, she's a rhubarb.
Yeah.
Her power is
morphing fashion.
Yep.
I think she has probably one of the more powerful powers of all the powers
That's
here.
true.
Well,
that's true.
Escape has a very powerful specific power.
Yes.
Whereas she has a more broad, actually useful power that's kind of like useful in almost every scenario. She's essentially like a weaker Mr. Fantastic, right?
Yes, that's exactly what she is. Yeah.
Whereas Larry Boy's just got like powerful suction cup ears, which can be useful, but compared to a lot of others, like he would be on the C team. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And Escape like has powers that are very powerful, but they're only for escaping situations, which could be useful.
It could help in some situations, for sure. But I think the strongest, in terms of like what's shown in the movie,
yes,
might be Thingamabob, which is Bob,
yes.
the tomato. That was a good joke when they introduced him because he's got a tool belt filled with Thingamabob.
Well, he's essentially Batman.
Yes.
Which is funny because Larry Boy's essentially Batman. But he's like a Batman's... Larry Boy is Batman.
Yep.
Thingamabob is Batman's tool belt.
Yes.
And Batman's tool belt is almost infinitely more powerful than Batman itself.
It's true, yeah.
Because it could have, like, anything in it.
I wrote down a note here that just says Coco Melon for Christians.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit mean. I think there's more going on here than
Yeah. Yeah, well, you did message me and was like, I love Coco Melon, and that did annoy me. I was like, you silly goober. This is... Well, the thing is, I will say, Coco Melon is for, like, 2 to 5-year-olds. This is, like, 5 to 10-year-olds. 5 to 9-year-olds.
Yeah, you gotta know what the parody, like what it's parodying.
Yeah, right?
For this one. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
Maybe even 12, but like you're in it for the songs at that point more than anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Anyway, they stop the penguins, and they take the ray back, but the penguins swapped it out for a decoy.
Bum.
Yeah. How crazy is that?
But while they were fighting the penguins, they were sliding down this hill, and oh my god, there was a closed gate, Sandra. How are they going to get around us?
So low.
How are they going to get through this closed gate? Well, don't you worry. Asparagus Jr.'s there, and he hucks a snowball at the gate and saves two of the heroes from smacking into a gate.
From this point onwards, I was like, okay, we're dealing with this level of...
Yeah, the stakes are...
This level of action.
The stakes are very low for the most part. Except for the fear ray, which is like surprisingly high, but also still low, even for a high-level threat, you know. To be fair, just a slightly less powerful Mr. Freeze gun.
Well, he's meant to be Mr. Freeze, isn't he?
Well, sort of.
Kinda.
He's a mixture of Mr. Freeze and just, like, generic evil scientist, right?
Well, yeah, true, yeah. For sure.
But yes, he is, like, discount Mr. Freeze and
When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
Do Crohn's disease symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help. At 12 weeks, rapid symptom remission was achieved in most patients taking Tremfya, and some experienced visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Explore what's possible and ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Well, it's Mr. Freeze and the Penguin as well, right? Because he has a penguin themed, right?
That as well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think also, yeah, the stakes are really low, and like the rumor plant, that sounds great. Like that sort of threat, I'm like, that sounds good. With this one, I'm like, but also that's your typical team up villain.
Yeah.
At the same time,
the reason the rumor plant is so like terrifying is because it had the same premise of Little Shop of Horrors, where it's an existential, like exponential threat. Sorry, where it's like, all right, once you start one rumor, you got two rumors start floating around, and then there's 3 rumors, and there's 6 rumors, and there's 12 rumors, and then like it was the existential horror of it that really hit me as a child and went, yo, this is kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that, like, if everyone's spreading rumors, you know, it gets worse and worse. But it also has that thing of, like, Little Shop of Horrors where it's, like, the plant spreading around and taking over the planet is essentially the same plotline in this kids' Christian media, which is terrifying.
Yeah, definitely. Then we have to talk about Junior, because he's like, oh my goodness, this team of superheroes, they're so brave, and I'm just a little scaredy cat. I'm scared of everything. Suck. I'm a dumb kid, and I'm scared of everything. How are they so brave? My dad, Asparagus, who might not be my dad. I thought that because they're both asparaguses, so I thought they must have been related.
No related.
Maybe that's just me being a little bit.
You're being
racist.
Vegetableist right now, Sandro.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair.
Would you, if you looked at 2 squashes, would you presume they are related?
Probably not. I mean, in terms of VeggieTales, who knows? Both their last names are probably going to be Squash. So
wow, Sandro.
Oh my god, I keep digging this hole deeper.
I believe you would say that. My God! All right, we're gonna need to watch some anti-racism VeggieTales after this.
Wow, jokes on you! They don't exist. That's one of the messages they forgot to tell kids.
Whoa. Anyway, he tells them, of course, that it is not the super suits, but the power of believing in God, which is the reason that they are able to conquer their fears.
Cue the biggest facepalm of my life right there. Because the kid's like, I want a super suit so then I can be brave. And Asparagus is like, no, they're not brave from that. You see, kids, the Bible tells us. And I was like, oh no, here we go. Get into this nice and early.
I will say it did feel a little forced.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know if it's memory, but it feels a little less forced than some of the other ones, perhaps. But I feel like this is it's probably the tone for VeggieTales, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, it's not the worst message ever. I think the idea behind it is, like, you don't need fear to stop you, you know? If you're afraid of the dark, you know, you could conquer that fear by being like, hey, actually... God's on my side, and if I have literal God on my side, a little bit of darkness isn't going to scare me, right? You know what I mean?
See, here's what I think is a better lesson is believe in yourself.
That's fair.
And then you can be okay. But...
Look, yeah, but this is a Christian piece of media, Sandro, so
well, that's
you're
true.
Not going to get that line of it.
No.
But I feel like there's worse messages out there.
That's true. They're probably, well...
I could name one off the top of my head.
In the context of the episode, we'll get to it, but I think it gets pretty bad. What's the other one that you can think of?
Sausage Party.
No, that's a great message. It's a great message. That's a very inclusive... I don't remember very well.
That's fair.
What is the lesson of Sausage Party?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
That's the lesson. All right. Cut to the penguins are... Now, this scene also raised alarm bells for me. The penguins are in the... are being arrested by the Carrot Man.
Mm-hmm.
And the Carrot Man's sitting there and he's like, I'm from Scotland. I'm a Scottish carrot. In my day, a penguin was a working hard, law-abiding bird, she was.
Yep.
I don't see why your kind need... to engage in criminal activity. Now, straight from the get-go, I was like, feels a bit racially charged. Oh, there's so many jobs where you'd flourish. Ice sculptures, tuxedo rental.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, this feels icky, but, you know, it hasn't really crossed that line yet. Sure, you smell like fish, but that shouldn't keep you from contributing to society. I just feel like it's a little... I don't...
What are you trying to say, Sandro? What are you trying to say? Is there something you want to say, Sandro? So what are we going to tell
I just
people?
think the two guys who made VeggieTales might be a little bit.
Are you saying they're trying to say something else about something else other than penguins? Because it seems pretty clear-cut that he's just talking about penguins, Sandro, and nothing else.
I think he's also talking about people who do crimes because there's nothing else for them to do. I think it feels racially charged, but it also feels like, I don't know, like maybe you shouldn't, like, I don't, just class systems, and this feels like it's made for rich white kids. I don't know, man. I just don't like it.
But is it a parody of that sort of thing as well? Of the, like, policeman doing that sort of thing?
No.
Fair enough. I did like how one of the penguins was sitting in the background kind of nodding along, sort of agreeing. It's like, oh yeah, we should be better citizens. It was dumb.
That's true. Anyway, they ask, why do they ask Junior to join the team? Because he wants to be on there?
No, because he
threw the snowball.
He threw the snowball. I mentioned that because it's important for the plot, Sandro.
Yeah, you're right.
He threw a snowball. What's a more brave thing you can think of than throwing a snowball, Sandro? It was a rhetorical question. All right. So they go to the Larry cave and they take this child. I was really hoping they would make a, like, Batman adopting a child joke, but they don't, which was sad.
They don't do that. Yeah. It's a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah. I feel like in other things they've had better, like, little puns and jokes and nods, and this one just missed the mark in a lot of those aspects that they could have made fun. I think it's just because superheroes have become so popular now in the ethos, you know, around, like, I would say 2018, 2019, 2020, you know, they kind of peaked in popularity, right? Superheroes.
Yeah.
Right? And this is before that time. It's like that sort of thing. the mocking of superheroes would have slapped nowadays, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And we didn't get any of that in this one.
No.
So yeah, they tell a little Asparagus Jr. They're like, hey, we are going to make you a superhero, and you're going to fight crime with us. And he's like, oh boy, that's exciting.
Can't wait. I'm going to get a super suit and then I'll be brave. And yeah, it seems like you get the suit and then that determines your powers. It's like whatever suit you can control is the one.
Yes. Well, as shown by other... Yes, but it's also like a Harry Potter wand situation as well, right?
It is that as well, yes.
Because it's not you who chooses the superpower. It's the superpower that chooses you.
It chooses you. But also it doesn't matter what even if you have the superpower because of the trust in God thing. So.
No. That just allows you to use the suit better, right? If you're paralyzed with fear, you can't use your suit's power, right?
Yes, that's true.
Right?
As we see in the movie, for sure.
Right? Like, that's the whole point. It's like, if you believe in God and don't fear anything, you can bounce off street walls and help take down a giant chicken egg.
But what if you don't believe in God and have a super suit, but you're also brave? Because you believe in whatever you believe in. Will the suits work for you then?
Yeah, probably. It's more like just...
Oh, okay.
It's more like God's just like a little cheat code. You can be like, actually, I believe in God. Lol. Plus L, take that fear.
Well, you know what? That's fair enough.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if I was attacked by a giant chicken with, Mr. Freeze powers...
Yeah.
I would be hoping that God was on my side, you know? I would hope that he's not on the enemy's side in that situation.
Let's go to the bad guy. An evil German potato called Dr. Arvin Flurry.
I am very pleased to say that I do not remember this character being a recurring character, and one that... I definitely think he must appear in a couple of different things, but I don't remember him specifically as being a common recurring character.
Right, gotcha.
Unlike maybe the Mexican accent one.
No, that's true. And I think he's an interesting character. We're introduced to him through a song about how it's fun to be evil when you sing, and you're evil and you sing, and a song about how he's going to freeze everyone, because if you have fear, then you're frozen in fear, but he's also going to actually freeze people as well.
Yeah.
That was kind of a banger. I was like, I can kind of get into this.
You get his vibe.
It got the second joke that made me laugh out loud here, which was he was like, I hate Larry Boy, and I hate the League. They're my biggest fear. Well, because last time I saw them, I stole all the ice cream in the town. I did a big grand theft gelato. and I laughed at that.
Yeah,
I was like,
grand theft gelato is a pretty banger line.
So... but once it's revealed that, he's just going to use the fear ray as a freeze ray, I was like, oh, that's lame.
Yeah, well, you know what? Mr. Freeze had similar plans. I'm just going to say, like, if you're hating on this guy, you have to hate on Mr. Freeze. And how could you hate on Mr. Freeze?
Well, here's the thing is, Mr. Freeze has this tragic backstory. And, which turns him into, yes, he's a villain, but also, he's also a bit of he's not an anti-hero. He's just a villain with a lot of depth.
He definitely has a bit of a more sympathetic background.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sandro, but here's a question for you. All right?
Yeah.
Do you know what killed the dinosaurs?
Was it Sid? No. Was it Scratch?
It was Scratch. But more importantly, the Ice Age.
Boom.
So there you go.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right. Then the movie stops for the silly song of the month.
Oh yeah. What was the silly song for this one?
Supper Hero.
Oh,
this one was pretty shit. This was a shit silly song.
Jeez.
This was fucking terrible.
Okay, so like, I praised up silly songs, I think, man, this was a more lame VeggieTales episode, because this silly song was pretty rough. I did think it was funny when specifically when he snatches the food from Bob, and Bob's like, I was gonna eat that. Like, you didn't need to do that. I thought that was funny, but otherwise the silly song is very average. It is very meh.
It's basically, what even is because they usually have a semi-lesson to them.
Not the silly songs, no.
Oh, I thought they did.
No. Not all of them. Some of them do, but not all of them. They are just like intermission silly songs to keep the kids entertained. So I will tell you, they do not need to have a meaning.
That might be why I like Pizza Angel so much, because it's not peddling any message. It's just a dumb song about pizza.
Yeah.
So,
One that I remember is the Christmas song where they sing about Santa coming, and repeatedly people keep coming inside the house that aren't Santa, like a robber, a Viking.
That's pretty
thing.
funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Yeah, okay.
But that one does teach about giving away your stuff. Which is funny because it turns out like the robber has stolen from Santa specifically. So when Santa shows up, he's like, man, all my stuff got stolen. And then he sees the robber. He's like, hey, all you guys have my stuff. What the fuck?
That's pretty funny.
But the other one, what was the other one? Oh, it's the one about the biggest gourd guy. He sits on Larry's chocolates, and it's a Forrest Gump parody song.
I want to watch that one. That sounds pretty good.
It's silly.
That sounds pretty good. But this silly song is about all of the superheroes are at their table. They're about to eat dinner, but Larry's like, I don't want to eat my Brussels sprouts and sauerkraut, which was a pretty good rhyme.
Yep.
But why are they're vegetables? Why are they eating vegetables?
Because it's important to eat your vegetables.
No, but they're vegetables.
Yeah, but they aren't Brussels sprouts.
But wait, does that mean that if Larry really wanted to, he could eat the carrot guy?
What is this logic, Sandro? You're out of your mind. You've got insane, Sandro. You've got insane. You are spouting madness. Just because I eat the occasional bit of meat does not mean I will eat my fellow human being, Sandro. That is a ridiculous thing to say.
But sauerkraut isn't sauerkraut a bunch of isn't that onions or it's something?
Anyway, so the song's bad, so we're moving on.
So if you cut up an alive vegetable and then pickle it, then you can eat it.
It's never specified if they're alive. What if they're eating their dead, Sandra? What if they're recycling? Did you think of that? They also want to teach you about...
Christians don't want to be organ donors, let alone care about...
Christians definitely donate their organs.
There's some that don't.
I've seen it. I totally agree with you. Look, right-wing Christianity is a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing. All I'm saying is that I don't think the ideology of right-wing, particularly white Christianity, would be down for eating your dead. I don't know if that's...
I disagree. I think specifically the right-wing Christianity would eat their dead.
Actually, you know what? They would say that you shouldn't, but we all know that they are. Is probably
exactly.
What.
There we go.
I also think that, here's my hot take. Everyone's like, VeggieTales is Christian propaganda. And, on surface level, you can definitely see that. But going deeper, it's also cannibal propaganda. So...
Yeah, I will give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't really retort that. I think there is some weird cannibalistic propaganda happening here.
So Larry's like, I don't want to eat this, and then the supper hero shows up and eats his plate, and is like, wow. But then the supper hero continues to eat everyone's plate, including a yummy cake.
Yep.
And that's the joke. But I thought that gluttony's a sin, so I don't know why we're...
Yeah, well, the idea is it's a silly song, and it shows that them eating... It shows that it upsets everyone else, right? It is showing the eating of everybody else's food as a negative thing, right?
Right, gotcha. Anyway, that's that. Back to the main story.
I'm so glad we have stopped talking about the silly song that sucked and stopped talking about cannibalism.
Don't put cannibalism in your movie. You don't want us to talk about it. That's what I'm going to say.
There is some weird thing of like they're vegetables eating vegetables. What does that mean?
Yes.
But I would argue it's like mammals eating mammals. Have you eaten a mammal before, Sandro?
Oh, I love eating mammals. My favorite thing to do. So, wait, oh, fuck, no, sorry, I meant,
Oh my god, he just outed himself again. Unbelievable. I knew you were a cannibalistic right-winger Christian, Sandro.
I'm not at all. I'm so cool. I'm best friends with Armie Hammer and, oh, shit.
No! He's done it again.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah, anyway, the League of, what's her face? Incredible Vegetables.
The veggies.
They go,
yeah.
They find a receipt at the museum, which leads them to a shop, which is the secret hideout of the evil dude, whatever his fucking name was.
Couple quotes here from the scene in the museum that I liked. One of them's like, oh my god, I found a clue. And then Larry says, Gesundheit. I laughed at that. I also laughed at the quote where
good.
Alfred calls them up and is like, is there any progress down there at the museum? And one of them is like, it's a science museum. It's all progress. that's another good joke.
Yeah.
There's some good jokes in this.
Both of those, I'll say bangers.
But yeah, they go to the bad guy's lair. Junior is now Ricochet. He like bounces around. That's his power. He bounces.
Probably one of the more powerful powers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it earlier. I was going to mention it earlier. I'm like, no, we wait. But he definitely has, I think, even a more powerful power than Mrs. Fantastic over here.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think he has the most powerful, but there is a cost. Much like Superman, it has a weakness.
What's his... Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because the most powerful powers, writers have to write in a weakness, otherwise you're just broken.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's essentially, with the bouncing, he's got like super speed, which is a broken power, but like super speed and potentially super damage, but it's more like just super speed.
Yeah,
which is a very powerful one, but he cannot get the suit wet.
No.
And it's funny because the Junior says, well, don't worry, I've long passed pull-ups. which is a joke about him wetting himself.
He pisses his super suit. I've pissed my super suit.
Which I hated as a joke.
I agreed.
Yeah, that was a bad one. But otherwise, yeah, he goes and tries to help fight with the team. And his suit, the first time he helps, the suit, he walks into water.
Yeah.
And the suit shuts down, and the bad guy manages to use his fear, because all the other superheroes, they don't really feel fear because they believe in God. But
well, they do have fears. We learn that Bob is scared of monkeys because they're unpredictable. That was funny.
That's pretty funny.
I hated the joke where Vogue is scared of bad hair.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're going to make the woman character, the only one, her big fear is her appearance being bad.
Yes.
That's like, ugh.
Yeah, I think it was just handled very poorly.
Yeah.
It was just a bad joke as well, which didn't help.
No.
Larry's fear is balloons, which is quite funny.
That was funny.
Yeah. What was Escape's fear?
I don't think I wrote it down anywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all. I know the policeman's fear was the dark, and so they just chuck him in a bin, which was funny.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, anyway, but all of the team, they don't really feel their fear because they believe in God, but then Junior shows up, and his fear is literally everything.
That was a good joke. Although I don't know why the Feardar says his name on it, because it says name and then it says fear, because it scans them. Well, he only got named 3 seconds before he got scanned.
Because it scans you, and whatever name you think you are at the time is what shows up.
That makes complete scientific sense.
See,
Thank you for explaining that for me.
Man,
Yeah,
it's
okay,
airtight.
cool.
It's airtight.
Gotcha. Yeah, cool.
But unfortunately, this powers the ray, and the bad guys are able to get away, which means they have to go to the museum, which is where they make those jokes that we already mentioned.
Yeah.
And then we have the second confrontation where the giant metal egg that the bad guy's going around in hatches into a giant metal penguin.
Oh my god, it's a giant metal penguin. And I think just before this week, we've had more of a conversation with Asparagus where he's like, I can't help them. I trusted my super suit and it let me down, so I'm a bad superhero. And Alfred's like, I told you before, you dumb kid.
Alfred
Listen
comes
to me
over,
again.
fucking slaps the shit out of this kid. What the fuck are you talking about? That's nothing to what I said. Aren't you fucking listening, you stupid piece of asparagus?
I already told you, if you believe in God, your suit will work. You'll be fine. And then he sings a song about it. And I hated the song so much.
But and then the kid's like, oh, right, the thing you told me 5 times already. Gotcha.
I'm going to do it now. Now, here's my issue with this. When you use it in the context of superheroes, you're basically saying, like, to be a bit dramatic, hey, kid, don't trust that Kevlar that you're wearing. If you believe in God, the bullets won't kill you.
What?
Because you're using it in, like, an action scenario, right? If you're using it in an action scenario, you're basically saying, like...
that specifically.
Well, that's true. He still uses the suit. But it's just... I'm like, come on.
I get what you're trying to say is, like, if you take this to the extreme...
Yes.
You could say you could believe in God and go and do anything. But there's also a thing in the actual Bible where it says, don't do that, dummy. Because if you essentially, it's like, don't jump off cliffs and then be like, hey, God, you'll save me, right?
Well, yeah, no shit, that's not going to work.
But like in the Bible, it says that is a sin in itself because essentially you are trying to force God's hand. And that's a sin, you know?
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact lesson for that one, but
For sure.
Like, the Bible says not to do that. Don't be stupid. And, that sort of thing.
And I feel like, for a show for Christian kids, you could probably work that particular lesson or whatever in other scenarios. Like, I don't know, you're lost.
Yes.
Or something. Then, I'm lost and I don't trust myself to get back home. And it's like, trust God or whatever. And then it's like, I found my way back home. I think using it for superheroes is...
Yeah.
It's a stretch because you're using it in an action movie scenario, and I
feel like there's a way you can do this in an action film that makes sense. I just think the way that they did it specifically here doesn't gel well with you, and I think it's a fair criticism because I don't think it's very good.
Yeah. Anyway, they go to fight. The egg turns into a penguin or a chicken.
Yeah, it's a penguin. But I think the problem being that they don't focus on the point which the fear is the whole like freezing up.
Yes,
and they don't really put enough emphasis on that being the problem, and more of just don't be scared at all, which seems to be the message, which is not the actual message, but that's the message that they essentially are saying, is just don't be afraid at all, which, of course, could be problematic because sometimes you should be afraid of something,
Just don't be afraid, idiot. That's kind of what...
I would like to say be fearful sometimes. That's my personal opinion.
I agree, especially when you're on Roblox.
Yeah.
Bringing it back!
Very true.
Giant penguin freezes everyone but the kid, so they're all now frozen. And
Alfred.
Oh yeah, and Alfred. So Alfred and Junior, they attack it and they sneak in and they save everyone
because Junior manages to conquer his fears and he's not powering the machine anymore.
Yeah, and
they free everyone.
They free everyone by turning the temperature inside of the penguin up to really hot so it melts all the ice, which is a pretty funny funny joke. I liked as well where one of them's like, Alfred, duck. Oh, I thought they were penguins.
Yep.
I thought that was good.
That was good,
joke,
except nothing was...
penguins attacking
Except
them.
nothing was flown high at him, which means by him ducking down, nothing changes. So it was... I feel like that was a bad joke for that... that annoyed me, actually. That one specifically.
Yeah, true.
Because it's a good joke, but like they don't use it in a context that makes any sense.
Oh, also, now that he believes in God, they scan him and he doesn't have any fear at all.
Yes.
The other members had fears. They just weren't affected by it. Whereas Junior has no fears at all.
Literally none.
Which is horrifying.
Yes, I think this kid actually has a power, unlike a majority of them, which is to literally have no fear whatsoever.
Yes. Which is going to... I'm not saying he should be the villain in the sequel, but like, maybe he should be the what if they did that?
There are VeggieTale episodes where the like kids and other vegetables become like villains, which is
Oh,
funny.
really?
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny if they do a second one and the lesson is
Power corrupts.
Power corrupts. Yeah. Or it's like, you should be scared of God sometimes. Isn't that a thing in the I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and the kids will be like, wait, but in the last one, he told me not to be scared of anything. And it's like, these two specials.
Reference the older one, yeah.
Yeah, it could be funny. Anyway, they save everyone and...
They do sometimes do that joke. For example, the asparagus that doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
They reference the fact that for like 3 seasons, he hasn't had a name yet.
Yeah.
So they do
Poking fun at
occasionally poke fun at themselves, yeah.
Junior becomes an official member. He gets a jet ski, and they all ride around, and it's the ending of the movie. We got the pretty cool ending rock song, which was a vibe. This episode's long enough, not to keep us on the episode anymore. But there is a lyric in this song that I need to bring up.
Yep.
So it's a great track. It's like incredible vegetables, incredible. It's a fucking banger. I love it. There's a lyric where they say, it like a flash of light, we're going to bring the food fight.
Mm-hmm.
Flex our veggie might. Now, is this a reference to the spread, or is it just vegetable might, or is it a reference to both?
It's both, because it's veggie might, as in the might of vegetables, but it's also a pun, because veggie might.
Is it? Because I don't know because it's American,
it's
though.
definitely a reference to Vegemite.
Vegemite is Australian. I don't know if they
absolutely
I
did. It was a Vegemite pun. It's very simply a Vegemite pun.
I don't think so. I think they accidentally made a Vegemite pun.
It's the most obvious.
Don't believe
Vegemite pun. All right, we're done. This is an oldie. It was not the best VeggieTale episode. And you know what? I apologize for that, Sandra. I will do better in the future.
Please don't pick VeggieTales again.
But I think you deserve it for picking Goat Story.
Well, that's fair. You know what? That's fair.
And you know what? I'm going to say I think I prefer VeggieTales over Goat Story. I'm sorry.
Strongly disagree. I would watch
Goat. I know why. You like them
Why?
big bazongan goats, you know?
It's like I picked Goat Story, just the most fucking adult kids movie possibly that ever ever existed. That's like, made for kids, and then you made me watch the most like, okay, now rinse your mind out with this wholesome.
Yes, exactly. I had to go to the other end of the spectrum just to rinse everything out.
And you know what? I will never do a Goat Story again, because I never want to watch a VeggieTales again.
Ah, yes. Well, we'll see about that one, Sandro.
When you think of skyrocketing brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, it's easy to credit their success to great products, sleek branding, and brilliant marketing. But here's the overlooked secret. The real magic lies in the engine behind the scenes, the business powering their business. For millions of brands, that engine is Shopify, making selling seamless for them and shopping effortless for us. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Alo Yoga uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/retail, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/retail to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/retail.
All right, Sandro, it's time for veggie reviews. This is the part of the show where I go to a website that features a prominent vegetable.
Oh, is it carrots.org?
No.
Is it Brussels sprouts.org?
No, and before you get to Corn Hub, it's Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh!
It's the place where I usually get my reviews, where I usually go to the audience, and I usually grab some audience reviews.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this week, there wasn't many audience reviews from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I can see what the issue is here, yeah.
In fact, stop looking things up.
Oh, I'm not looking at
important.
anything. I just wanted to see the score.
Yeah. Because there isn't really a rating on Rotten Tomatoes because it hasn't been reviewed on there. However, Sandro, we know of another rating website.
IMDb?
And it is coming in at this point, swooping in, a hero that I didn't want to ever use, but Sandro has religiously used.
Oh my god, you haven't.
Episodes.
Oh no.
What I have done this week is I have done the worst thing I possibly could. I went to Letterboxd.
I can't believe you've done this.
And I have grabbed reviews from Letterboxd. But
wow.
This is because on Rotten Tomatoes, there is only a single critic review.
There's only one, yes.
There's only one for this. I have put that review in this list of reviews.
All right.
So this time, instead of trying to find my secret review, you will be trying to sift through, because you've always said, Rotten Tomato reviews are rubbish.
It's
Letterboxd
true.
is so much better.
Yeah,
well,
that's
we'll
true.
figure that out, because you, this time, have to prove yourself and try and see if you can find the Rotten Tomatoes review within the Letterboxd reviews.
Right. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I'm putting the your money where your mouth is.
All right, why not? That sounds fun.
And I might go to Letterboxd in the future because these reviews are great. But they were just kind of funny.
No, that's fair. That's fair. They are pretty funny.
They were pretty funny. They were pretty edgy. And I think the problem with Rotten Tomatoes is they're just not edgy enough. Whereas Letterboxd, I would so far as to say, goes far too edgy sometimes.
I agree with this statement, yes.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. If this goes well, maybe in the future I might consider doing some more Letterboxd.
A little half and half.
All right. Are you ready, Sandro?
I wasn't, but then I believed in the ice cream I'm gonna eat after the episode, and now I don't. I'm not scared of anything. So yes, I'm ready.
All right. First up, I have Renee, who says, "Veggie superheroes use faith to handle fear."
That's it.
That's it.
Wow. That's immediately giving Rotten Tomatoes vibes right there. Wait, so none of these are yours?
None of these are
It's
mine.
just one Rotten Tomato.
One of these is Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. And specifically, I went to Letterboxd, and first I sorted it by most popular, and all of them were banger reviews.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't use this because Sandra's going to know because all of these are bangers. So I specifically went by newest reviews.
Oh, God. Okay.
So there is a mixture here.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm going to say that's probably a positive review. I'm going to say it's a 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that is Letterboxd, I think, is my current thoughts. Because I'll come back to that at the end to be like, which one
I'll allow you to guess at the end after hearing them all. All right. That one was 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Okay.
5.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. You were right. It was positive, but not that positive.
Yeah. All right. Sure.
Amazing Jay says, this is a much better version of the Avengers.
That's not true, I don't think. And, you know, Avengers from 2012 hasn't aged super well. It feels very small scale when you watch it now, especially after...
the whole point is it is smaller scale compared to some of the bigger ones.
Exactly.
You have to start small. I think...
Also, Joss Whedon
wrong.
just pisses me off now.
That's fair. You know what? That's a fair call.
That's got to be a solid 5 out of 5. It has to be, because it's better than the Avengers.
It's 3 out of 5.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, at least one of those has to be a letterbox, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Just saying.
All right.
Just saying. Tobias says, Zack Schneider's been real quiet since this dropped, ...
Not true.
Bonus point for monkeys, full stop. Points off for the wet joke, full stop.
The wet? Oh, the pee in the pants?
Yeah, the pee in the pants joke,
Oh my
which
god,
is definitely the worst joke.
That is, because when I think of it, that's a different... I thought of something else. Because wetting the pants and a wet joke are different things.
What did quotation mark wet joke?
Yeah, because it's like, is it I slipped on some ice? Is that the joke? Or is it I got sprayed with the water from the fight? That was just a very confusing way to write that person.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Is that a 3 again?
That's a 4.5, actually.
All right, sure. This is... Okay, yeah, all right, next one.
Out of Time says, best superhero movie of all time. Marvel looked this movie in the eye and blinked. Larry Boyd would solo Captain America.
Don't think he'd last 3 seconds, because I think Captain America would just eat him, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing, that Captain America would just pick him up and bite out of him, you know?
Yeah. There should be a joke of VeggieTales of Popeye, but instead of eating spinach, he eats something else, but I'm not sure what it should be.
I feel like Popeye is a bit outdated for references nowadays, unfortunately.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, the kids won't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Let's go, say 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. It's 5 out of 5.
Cool. All right, got one on the board.
He's on the board.
Nice.
He's on the board. Maybe they do like a Bugs Bunny, but instead of eating a carrot, he eats I don't know, a candy or something, candy cane.
That's funny. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Ben says, Bob asking Larry to wrestle ... open eyes emoji, pride flag emoji. I guess tomatoes really are fruits.
Yep, that's very true. That's what I've always said. Bob and Larry.
Yeah, I was going to mention during the episode, they have the... And now it's time to something song where they go over what they learned this week.
Yes.
And specifically, there's a running joke that Bob hates that song. But in this specific episode, he's like hyped up on energy from his suit. So he instead loves the song.
Yes, that was a joke.
That's a reference to the previous episodes, which you wouldn't understand because you haven't seen them. Yeah,
I didn't even know that it was a joke. For that. I had no idea that it was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah.
That's why I needed to mention it to you, because that was actually a joke that would have gone over your head, because the context is that in 90% of the other episodes, he hates that song.
Wow, right. Okay.
So there you go. So that's unfortunately a bit you missed out on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that review is a 3.5.
Ooh, it was a 2.5.
Oh, wow,
You're
okay.
on the 0.5.
All right, okay. And for the letterboxed versus...
Whoa.
Oh, is there more?
I've got one last review.
Okay, one more.
I know I normally do 5, but I put in an extra one because Letterboxd had a lot of bangers.
Well, I'm sure it
but
did,
I couldn't resist.
That's fair.
Couldn't resist putting one little one left. By Lizzie, who said, no point in seeing Thunderbolts tomorrow now that I've seen this.
Wow. Oh, that's actually because of the lesson in Thunderbolts. That's very funny.
Yep.
Not to spoil it, but yeah. All right. That's a bet. There's a lot going on in that review, and I give it a 5 out of 5. So that's a solid one. I'm going to say that's probably a 3-star review, though.
2 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah. I think the Rotten Tomatoes one was the second one.
You're thinking this is a much better version of the Avengers?
Oh, maybe not.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think there were some critics that were really negative on Avengers when it came out. None of the others screamed Rotten Tomatoes to me aside from that first one, but I don't think you'd put it as a first one, so I think it is that second one.
So you're going to lock the second one
I'm going to lock the second one in.
I get pranked because I put it as the first one.
Oh, fuck. That makes sense.
Yeah, I specifically put it as the first one, so that, one, you wouldn't expect me to put it as the first one.
No,
right?
absolutely no idea.
And also, so that you didn't have the context of any of the other reviews before hearing that one.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have made it really obvious that it was the Rotten Tomatoes one. But yeah, I was impressed by the Letterboxd reviews. Yeah. And you know what? I think I might do some in the future now.
Hell yeah. Well, there we go. That's the end of the episode. Almost 3 times the length of the movie that we reviewed.
It's true.
We really just took our time going through, but there was a lot to go through, I think, with the VeggieTales.
It was important to really break this one down.
And I mean, look, if people want more, if they want us to do the actual movies, maybe we could do a bonus battle between the two of them. Let us know. But as of right now, I'm retiring from watching VeggieTales permanently until I'm forced back in the game. Hopefully I won't be, though, but if I am,
you definitely will be. I will do that to you again when you make me annoyed again. Speaking of Sandro making me annoyed again, Sandro has been pestering me all week to be like, hey, you should go check out the Patreon at oldiebuttagoodie.com.
Yeah, it's true.
/pod.
I like.
Is that right?
No.
oldiebuttagoodiepod.
Yes.
No.
Patreon.com/oldiebuttagoodiepod. I like how you segued for a different segment there and then forgot.
Yeah. No. But I pivoted.
You did.
But I pivoted.
You saved. That was a good save.
Yeah. It was a good save, I felt. Because,
it's a way to help out the show. If you've got any spare coins or probably not coins because you can't. It's a digital.
Any spare vegetables?
We'll take them.
We'll take them.
Yeah, we probably won't be able to get a Patreon subscription from just some vegetables though. But
no, but you could just send us some veggies.
That'd be nice. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, but we've had some good episodes lately. Recently, we've put out some of the Patreon episodes on the main show.
Yeah,
there was the Avatar Way of Water I saw that we posted.
Yeah, put that out,
which is a fun one because I really loved watching that movie and other things. So if you want to see what the Patreon episodes are like, you can listen to some of those, and then you can get more of those episodes by going on to Zip Patreon. Right now, you can get all of the Nicolas Cage series that we've done in a big old fat bundle.
Oh, yeah.
In a big old discounted bundle. So you can listen to all of the Cage-oramas.
Yeah, we've been doing it for 4 years. We just wrapped up the 4th one, and I was like, hey, let's just chuck all of them in a little group and just put them on sale. So, go get it.
It's like a big old bundle of grapes. You can just chow down on little episodes there.
It's 24 episodes, too. That's the length of a fucking season of TV from the 90s. It's a long.
Absolutely.
That's
like a gazillion times longer than this movie that we watched.
Yeah, so much longer. So you can go check that out. Link in the episode description. Also, we appreciate everyone who reviews us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or if your podcast app allows for reviews, we thank everyone who does review us. So
we appreciate it.
All right, I picked 4 movies for next week.
I would be scared, Sandro, but luckily God is with me. So I'm not scared of what you've picked for this week. I am ready to embrace whatever you've picked.
I am excited for you to ask me questions. We're going to do the gimmies again.
Okay, we're going to do the gimmies. I have been thinking, I think next week it's going to be a little different.
Oh, I'm excited for that. But yeah, I picked 4 movies all connected to what we just did in various ways. I haven't used the same connection for any of these. They're all different connections.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, in terms of the gimmies, what would you like? What are some things that will give you a good image of these movies? Like genre, probably. I did vibes last time. That was pretty fun.
Oh, vibes. Yeah, I'll take genres is always a classic. You don't have to give both. You can just give one. That's fine. Vibes, I think, was a fun one.
Yep.
Give me those 2, and then I'll think about it.
Okay, genre and vibe. Okay. All right. Number 1. This is an action movie.
Action.
The vibe is like, I'm going to say legendary.
Ooh.
Is the vibe.
Legendary vibe. Like an I Am Legend sort of vibe? Or like a legendary loot drop from a video game?
Exactly like that. Yeah. You're playing Fortnite, you get a loot drop, and you're like, this is some legendary
Whoa.
gear. It's not really like that, but also it kind of is like that. So, you know.
But I found a legendary drop, and I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
Okay, legendary.
Legendary.
Legendary action. Ooh, that's exciting. I like that one.
Number 2, fantasy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say the vibe is, I'm gonna go with magical. That's good. Magical.
Are we talking Harry Potter? Sort of, we hate gay people.
No,
but
not that
also
part of it.
Everyone was also gay the whole time, sort of vibe.
Not really that. No, more like, yes.
Is it more like Lord of the Rings magical, where we've got a cursed ring and we've got to take that to Mordor, and we are casting spells sometimes because we're a wizard named Gandalf? Sort of vibe.
I'm gonna say it's all of the above, aside from the hating gay people part. Aside from
I was about to say, I was like,
homophobic,
whoa,
transphobic, J.K. Rowling shit. Aside from that, it's all of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms of the vibes.
Okay.
Okay.
That would have been a funny pivot from VeggieTales.
Yes. Okay. The third option is a thriller.
A thriller. Okay.
The vibe is high tech.
Oh,
high tech.
Okay.
High tech. That's the vibe.
So it's a thriller, but high tech. So
Yeah.
not necessarily a sci-fi.
Yes.
But high tech. I like that. That's a good. I think that was a good way of saying it, Sandra.
And then your fourth option is a comedy.
Ooh.
The vibe is flashy.
Is it like a show, perhaps?
Like
Like a production?
like the production, the outfits.
Oh.
They're very flashy.
This is a comedy.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm going to go with for your four gimmies right there.
Okay. Sandra, I have a question for you. Ready to go.
All right, what is it?
If one of these movies was a superhero, which superhero would they be? I feel like that's an appropriate question to ask, right?
Okay, I like this one.
Yeah.
I really like this one. Okay, number 1 straight off the bat, my immediate vibe is Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex.
Do you-
Elaborate.
Do you know Jonah Hex?
Not off the top of my head.
He's maybe like a C-list DC hero. He's just a cowboy. I don't know what superpowers he had.
That guy. Oh, yeah. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know him specifically from Batman Brave and the Bold.
That makes sense.
Which is the only thing I've seen of him.
He's
in.
like
Which is great.
He's basically Punisher, I think, but like Western Punisher. He's like Punisher in the West. So
he's sick as hell.
yeah, I'm gonna say Jonah Hex for that one.
What was the vibe for this movie?
That was the action legendary one.
Legendary.
Yeah.
With Jonah Hex. That's
Jonah Hex.
awesome. That's sick as hell. He is legendary.
For the magic fairy fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do it. I gotta go Loki for that one.
Oh.
Gotta go Loki. Yeah.
That's low-key a good pick.
Yeah.
Haha, funny joke.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah. Loki,
Yep.
magical.
Yep.
I get you. Yeah.
Yep.
He uses magic. Bit of trickery, bit of Fey-like sort of things I'm getting from that. Interesting.
Definitely. Yeah.
What's the third one, Sandra? What's your third superhero pick here?
It's Nightcrawler.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Nightcrawler for that one, actually. Just makes a little bit more sense, I think, for that movie.
So perhaps a movie about teleportation, maybe?
Maybe there's another reason. Who knows?
Maybe they're on some sort of spaceship going through the galaxy, teleporting to places, and it's an existential crisis whether or not the teleportation devices kill you or not. I'm a little sus of that one.
And then for the fourth one, the comedy, it's what immediately comes to mind. I gotta say Deadpool for that one.
Oh.
I gotta say Deadpool. I don't know if that's 100% true. Actually, no, not Deadpool. I'm gonna go Guy Gardner.
Oh.
Green Lantern.
All right, we're back on board. You lost me at Deadpool. I'm a bit afraid of a Deadpool pick.
Yeah.
But
Guy Gardner, the dickhead Green Lantern from the most recently in the most recent Superman movie with the ball cut. Yeah. Guy Gardner is who that was.
I do like Guy Gardner in the comics. He's a funny
he's
one.
good. He's good. All right. Now I'm gonna say, Zach, you can cut one. If you absolutely need more information, that's fine, but then you'll have to cut two.
No, I think I've got enough information that I should cut one.
Okay,
I like the sound of the first one. The first one sounds sick, just because I like Hex. So I'm going to base this off which superhero I hate the most.
That's fair.
Out of these, Hex is cool.
Yeah.
I think Nightcrawler is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know he's one of your favorites, but I think he's just in general, he's pretty sick.
He's great.
So I'm left with Green Lantern
and Loki.
Which
is a tough pick because I love both.
Now, obviously, the modern depiction of Loki is really strong.
Yes.
With his TV show, which was a banger.
It was just Doctor Who, but the Marvel vibe. It was good.
But also Guy Gardner's gotten a good depiction in the latest film.
Definitely.
So
it's a tough pick.
I want to cut the Loki one, but
okay.
But I also don't want to cut the Loki one.
Yeah.
Flashy Guy Gardner. You know what? I'm going to cut Guy Gardner.
You're cutting Guy Gardner. All right, fair. Number 4's out of here.
Yep. Look, you mentioned Deadpool earlier, and I can't
fair.
in good conscience he's infecting my brain now. I got to get him out of here.
It's so hard because, Ryan Reynolds has just ruined that character. Let's get on to your next question. Yeah, your next question.
I feel like I avoided the bad movie there.
No, actually, no, you didn't. you didn't. No.
So I got 3 left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to a classic question.
Oh boy.
If they were a dessert.
Oh.
But actually, no. I'm changing my mind. Instead of a dessert, if they were a vegetable.
All right, there it is.
I feel like that's more appropriate.
If they were a vegetable.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, cool. All right. Number 1. I think I will just go potato for that first one because I can't think of anything. I'm like...
I would say potatoes are pretty legendary.
Parsnip, maybe? Like, parsnip could be the vibe?
I would say parsnips are not legendary. I would say potatoes are, though.
All right. We'll go with potato for that one. I'm going to go for squash. A squash for that second one.
I was expecting more like a gourd, perhaps.
Oh, a gourd's good. A gourd's good. I like saying squash.
Squash is a fun one to say. But I think gourds have had magical relations in like Chinese culture and other things like that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, for sure.
So if you were going for the magic thing, but I think squash is a good pick.
Gourd is good. Like that's your prediction. I'm gonna go with squash. So we'll use both.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Gourd and squash. Yep. Whereas the first one is just potato and potato. So.
Well, it could be potato and vodka.
That's true, actually. It could be. Definitely could be.
Yeah, the 2 vegetables for each movie. Okay.
For the last one, I'm going to say cucumber. Yeah.
Oh.
Cucumber.
We got Larry in here?
Yeah. Larry's dropping by. He's like, what's up? I'm Larry. That's movie number 3's favorite vegetable. Or is it what vegetable it would be?
No, just vegetable in general.
Yeah.
Vegetable vibes. You
know? Cool. Okay.
I think cucumbers is a good one. All right.
Cool.
I'm going to cut Nightcrawler. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get Nightcrawler. I'm going to snap his neck because cucumber, lame.
That's fair.
Sorry.
That's fair. There's reasons to my madness. You're not
I'm sure there
vibing
are.
with it. So,
and I'm not privy to them. But the thing is, I'm still unsure about the magical one. But I really like the first one. The first one's like definitely at the top right now.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a legendary potato.
It's a legendary potato.
If the movie was to teach a Bible lesson.
I knew this was going to come eventually. I knew you were going to say this eventually, yep.
I was trying to resist saying it. But you've only got 2 movies, so what is the lesson that they teach the kids?
I've got generic lessons. I don't necessarily have, like, Bible lessons. Do you specifically want...
No, just a lesson to teach the kids then. How about that?
Okay. Whoa, that first one is tough. First one is like teamwork.
Oh.
Teamwork makes the dream work, you know what I mean?
Ooh, okay. Okay, teamwork. I think I've sussed out which one that one is. Okay.
So teamwork is that one. And then for number 2, this is... It's quite a timely lesson for nowadays, I think. It's like...
Okay.
If you're making food, use organic ingredients.
Ah, okay.
Be mindful about what you're eating. But also don't eat too much. Like, gluttony kind of also teams into it. But it's like, think about what you're eating.
Yeah, healthy eating in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being healthy.
I feel like I can only legally ask you one more question here.
And
I'm just going to go with
the episode's long, so...
Yes. So I'm going to say colors. I'm just going to go with a classic. And I would like colors. And I feel like I know what the colors for the first one are. You might surprise me. I'm not sure. I was going to ask paintings, but I feel like paintings would not give me as much information as just colors.
Fair. Yeah, fair. That first one, it's brown and black.
Damn. I was really hoping for some other colors, but fair enough.
I'll give you one alternative.
All right.
Brown and slightly darker brown.
Ah, yes. Excellent. That's given me a lot of additional information.
Maybe like a dash of silver in there as well. Why not? I'm giving you too many colors. It's 5 colors right there.
I know they have guns. It's a cowboy movie.
Okay, this second one, bright yellow.
Ooh.
But like tasty, like cheese color, bright yellow. And then it's like
cheese yellow,
earth green, like grass green.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am so scared of that movie. It is unbelievable. I am terrified.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the balls to pick that movie because now I'm convinced that it is the Loki dog movie that you've put in.
Oh, the Mask 2?
The Mask 2.
I will say right now, it's not Mask 2.
But you just gave me Mask 2 colors, Sandro.
I would say Mask 2 is more like green and blue, personally.
That's true, but they also have yellows in it.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're telling me it isn't, then I'm less scared of it. But I got instant alarm bells when you said green, and I'm like, woo. I can't pick that movie. Oh, it's like, okay, so number 1's the safe option, I feel. Which could bite me in the ass, for sure. And that would be funny. But here's what my thoughts are. Number 1 feels like the safe option. Number 2 feels like the like ballsy option. The like risk
could
it.
Be.
And it could be really good, or it could be really shit.
Yeah.
I have a feeling both my choices right now are not great, but, I would like to go with number 1.
Oh.
I'm going to go with number 1. I chose it in the end.
All right.
I may live to regret this decision, but I'm too afraid.
Okay.
Wait! The whole point of the lesson, I'm going with number 2. The whole point is to show no fear, and that God will protect me, so I'm going to go with number 2.
You were an atheist for a second, but then you trusted God again, and now here you are.
Yes.
And picking number 2.
Well, the whole point of the lesson of the day was to not be afraid, and so I won't be afraid, and I will pick number 2, and I will stick with that one.
All right. Okay, well, I'll start with number 4.
Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate.
Number 4, which was the comedy, flashy one, it was Guy Gardner. That is a movie called Mystery Men.
Mystery Men. Ooh.
Which is a Ben Stiller comedy about a bunch of, like, dropkick superheroes who are like, we want to be good superheroes, but they're...
Oh, yeah! That's the one where the Smash Mouth music video comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I am very familiar with it because of Smash Mouth specifically.
I've always wanted to watch it. Never have. I thought could be a good podcast one. My connection is team of superheroes. Pretty simple.
Yeah, obviously. Nice. That's a good one. I like that as a connection.
Number 3, that was the thriller, technological Nightcrawler vibe. Is called The Omega Code.
The Omega Code.
Which is a Christian thriller film.
Whoa.
About Code is gonna end the world apocalyptic style, and there's a code, and maybe the code Satan or whatever. I don't fucking know.
That sounds like, it's got a low score, but that would be really fun to do.
It for some reason stars half the cast of Starship Troopers.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I don't know how I know about. I think I saw a random DVD of this at like an op shop, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I saw it was like a Christian tech movie, and I was like, "I want to watch that." Yeah. That's why Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Religious. Cucumber. Larry. Religious. That was why my picks were.
That was your connection to Cucumber?
Yeah. My connection to that was just Christian movies, so that was that one.
This is clearly an orange-coded movie.
Number 1, legendary action was... You're gonna hate me for missing this.
Oh, yeah. I know my decision was the wrong one, absolutely. I was just trying to build up the courage to pick the wrong answer, you know?
The one that you didn't go for... And I know that you like this despite it being objectively a terrible movie. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was the first one.
I love that movie. Yeah.
You're
that's
like
a fun one.
Probably the only person who actually likes that movie. But I've never seen it. Always wanted to watch it.
You've never seen it, really?
No, wow.
Yeah.
I like the comic, but the movie, I'm like, I don't want to touch that. But yeah. Sean Connery is one of the guys, and there's a team of famous book characters. I think like Tom Sawyer's in it and stuff.
I would argue this is the better version of the Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Dr. Jekyll is in it, so that makes sense.
That's why I say that.
My connection was movies about a league.
That's a good connection as well.
And Zach, the movie that you chose...
I can't wait to hear it.
Is about an animal that has left the city that it once was in, has gone to the fairy cheese kingdom with her human, I should say, and her human's new lover.
What?
It's Goat Story 2.
No!
Goat Story with cheese is what you picked.
No!
I'm surprised.
I should have thought about that. I thought you said you weren't putting it as an option, Sandro.
Oh, I'm putting it in every week until you picked it, which was immediately, so...
I should have been more afraid. I should have been terrified. The lesson of the day was terrible. I should have picked the first one.
I was really hoping that you wouldn't pick it this time around so that it could become a recurring joke, but you just went straight for it.
Sandro, this is all your fault.
It is. Goat Story with cheese is what you picked.
Wow.
Yeah, which looks... I don't know if it looks better or worse than the first one, honestly.
Great. God damn it. Shit. I forgot about Goat Story. I was too caught up in the moment and forgot about that's the whole thing we did the other week. And of course that would be one of the options.
We're doing it again. So soon.
God damn it.
All right. See you then. And remember, kids, don't be afraid. For you too may watch Goat Story 2.
Be afraid, actually. Sometimes being afraid is a survival mechanism that helps you avoid the incorrect option that Sandro deliberately puts in your options that you always end up picking. Because that's how fate works. And he's a bastard. Now I have to watch this shitty movie. For fuck's sake, Sandro.
I can't believe you went for it so quickly. That's hilarious.